Welcome back, awesome Action Toy fans and subscribers. But darling, it is Tuesday the 20th of June 2023. Looking at these new JoyToy figures from the Corvus Belli Infinity game. We have the Ariadna Veteran Kazakhs. We have Ariadna Tank Hunter Regiment 1, Tank Hunter Regiment 2, and the Frontiviks Separate Assault Battalion. Interesting names, because that's only one figure, and that's a regiment. That's only one figure, that's a regiment. So it should be regiment. I guess the number is for the actual figure as opposed to regiment 1, regiment 2. But calling this a battalion when it's one figure, you have to army build, I guess. Tells you that they are 4.1 inches, 10.6 cm, so around the sort of new standard of 10.5 cm, which is pretty cool. It's got their, if you look at the boxes, got the sort of iconography, or the what's the word I'm looking for? Flag, perhaps, or the logo, or the emblem in the corner there. This guy looks chunky, like the reborn trooper we saw from Acid Rain World many years ago. I'll stick a link in the top right. Looks very, very cool, has to be said. Almost like he's a bomb disposal, so heavily armoured. Some nice equipment appears that he's got there. Next two I'll do together since they're from the same Tank Hunter Regiment. Big, heavier bazooka, rocket launcher, anti-tank, missile, tow missile, whatever gun there. Very cool. I do like that backpack. Looks a bit overly heavy, but I guess it will counterbalance the gun if you're holding it in front. Got an assault rifle and a pistol we see. Looks pretty cool. Is that one of woman? Difficult to tell. Look on the back, can I see? The face looks a bit feminine, but you can't really tell with the sculpting if that's a woman on the body there. Whereas this one is a woman, you can tell quite easily. Nice gun there. Again, wow, look at that anti-tank sort of sniper rifle there. Anti-tank rifle, that's just huge. That's going to really overbalance her. How is she going to... I'm not sure how she's going to pose and hold that. Have to have one leg really quite far forwards, I think, unless he comes with a base. Looks pretty cool. And then lastly, the Separate Assault Battalion, the Frontiviks, looks pretty cool. This could be a secret, army builder for the year. Great looking figure, has to be said. Looks really cool there. We'll see what he's like in a moment. Okay, if you like sort of content, want to see it early, no more waiting around, you can join the Patreon for free for 7 days, and after 7 days you can say, nah, it's okay, I don't want to continue, and you'll be charged absolutely zero, nada, nothing, not a penny, not a cent, not anything. Link in the top right of the screen now, so it is worth doing that just for 7 days. They can cancel afterward. Okay, I'm going to unbox these, set them up, and we'll get into this. Back in an instant. Stay tuned. Okay, here they are. And I just want to say off the bat, wow. These are really good. These, I can see these being in a lot of people's collections. Even if you're not into Infinity the game, or you don't want to play the game, or nothing about the game, you're just into sci-fi figures, even contemporary military or modern military figures, these guys can fit in. A little bit of work, even your G.I. Joe, a bit of work, these would fit in. Very, very cool indeed. Let's check out the first one. This is the Veterans. The guy's really big and bulky. In fact, before that, let me go through the accessories. He comes with this other gun here. Semi-sci-fi looking, but also looks contemporary enough. Very, very, very cool. No draw barrel, unfortunately. Comes with 3 alternate hands. He has a right open. He really needs a left open for that gun. He's got a right normal gripping, and he's got a left trigger hand, which is nice. I didn't swap his hands over. Get a look at him. So he's got this big old gun here, pretty nice paintwork, and he's got almost like a flare pistol there, and well, not a flare pistol, but a big pistol there, another sidearm here. The helmet doesn't come off, unfortunately, but that's decent sculpt. Very heavily armoured. Does look really quite good. I do like this a lot. I am tempted, space, money and wife willing, to get another set. You could army build some of these as well. Very, very cool. Next, from the Tank Hunter Regiment, so his accessory, this gun here, pretty nice. Basic painting looks good. He comes with 3 alternate hands, but not the same. So he comes with a left trigger, which is the same, a right gripping, and he comes with a left open, which I wish the other guy had, but never mind. Then the figure itself, he can kneel down this sort of strange angle, but it's okay. can see there, looks pretty cool. There is indentation on the actual, he looks like pop out of joint there. There's indentation on the barrel, you can see. His face, pretty cool. Looks nice. It's got a sidearm in there which does come out. Lovely inking on these backpack and stuff. He does look particularly nice. Now when it comes to articulation, I'll show articulation on 2 because they will be the same except for the big guy. Next, Tank Hunter Regiment. Oops, sorry, again I'm jumping the gun. She comes with this assault rifle here. Pretty cool. Quite easy to hold. It's the same one the guy to her right has got. She comes with 2 alternate hands, and it is a left trigger and a right gripping. Should be the other way around. Bring her closer. So she holds the gun like that, which seems a bit of a strange way of having a gun, but you do get the impression that that could take out quite a large tank. Very, very powerful. It's got her sidearm here which comes out. She has a knife in a sheath that goes around her boot at the bottom here. That also does come out. That sort of wire or cable going across the atmospheric does look cool. Very, very nice. And then the last one, his sidearm is like this. His sidearm, sorry, his assault rifle, his alternate assault rifle is like this. 3 alternate hands. So he has right gripping, he has a left semi-open, and he has a left trigger. And then him, he's possibly the pick of the bunch. Just looks like almost like a standard modern soldier. Very well equipped, looks good. He's got his sidearm in there which does come out. Look on his backpack, he has a knife that comes, or should come out, I'd imagine, from here. Yep. Very nice looking figure indeed. I can see people army building this, and maybe maybe all of them in fact, but particularly this guy. Very, very nice. But I will use him for articulation. Just get his gun out of his hands, not his hand off like I just done there. And I'll use the big guy, the veteran I believe it was, for articulation as well. Just get this wrist back on, hand back on the wrist, there we go. Okay, so things to note first of all, looking at these guys. The vest is attached all the way around, you can take it off. The backpack plugs into the hole, it comes that way in there. But it also appears that the backpack is attached to the vest via this sort of cable here. So if you unplug it, it's still going to be connected. So it's a sort of a one-piece situation. That's the impression I'm getting. So articulation. So he's got a good left and right, good up and down, and he can side and side. Shoulders all the way around, outward slightly because of the sculpting. To the side, he gets over or just about 90 degrees. Maybe not quite. Let's have a look. Yeah, just about 90, near enough on each side. Bicep bend. You might have to move this little pad up his arm a little bit. It's a bit more space, but he's getting 90 degrees on his bicep. And the other side, I haven't moved the pad, still about 90 degrees. There is a trunk, you can see. Trunk articulation, we've got nothing on that at the moment because of his vest and stuff. He's got waist articulation, yeah, as well. So he would have together quite good articulation, but all this bulk gets in the way. Hips, left leg's pretty good, right leg, the pistol getting in the way there, but still not bad, has to be said. Forwards, sculpt's getting away in his vest, but it's pretty good. Backwards is better than I thought, to be fair. That's not even going out, so that is good. There is a thigh twist going on, which is great. There's a double kneecap, gets nice and tight. There is no boot twist, which is a shame. Gets a really solid tippy toe. Gets a good dorsiflexation, and there is toe articulation, which is fantastic. And I didn't say about his wrists. It is a joint, so you need to find where the joint lines up to move it, but you can turn from the wrist, and when you found the joint direction, there you go, you can articulate the wrist as well. Very, very cool. He's now directing the traffic. Okay, and then we'll go through the big guy, because his will be slightly different to the others. His sculpting is a lot more unique than the others. Now his vest, again, you can take off the vest part over his shoulders here. That will also take off the backpack part there, and you have more articulation, or should have improved articulation. Okay, so head, nice left and right, good up and down, good side to side. Shoulders is going to be interesting with these there, because I think, yeah, that's not attached, that's attached to the vest, not to his actual body, so his arm won't go all the way around with that in the way. Outwards, he will get to not quite 90 with this before this gets in the way. You could bend it more, but you risk snapping that off, I guess, or depends how hard the plastic is. If actually it's the vest that appears to be getting in the way of his shoulder joint. Bicep bend, he is getting around 90 degrees, maybe a touch over on the bicep there. He has trunk articulation hidden by the vest, and he has his waist. Together you get a small motion. The turn's very good, but not much more than that unless you take everything off. Same wrists, you can swivel, find which way the joint is going, and you can articulate the wrist. Hips, he does get pretty far on his hips, to be fair, for a chunky boy. That's good. Forwards is not great, but it's okay. Backwards looks like it's going to be absolutely fantastic. Look at that, really good on the hips and the backwards. Thigh twist, there's a thigh twist you can see behind the armor. Double kneecap, so he can get a tight bend on his leg. Again, no boot twist. I should have said the other guy, they do get a swivel in and out here. He gets a smaller tippy toe than the other guy. His dorsiflexation is limited by this sort of armor, which is semi-articulated. But he does have the toe articulation too, but it just feels a bit loose, the toe articulation, like he's not going to support any weight. So my pick from this bunch, I mean, I think they all are fantastic, but I'd say it's this guy and the last one, because I think they're sort of, this guy could fit in a sort of sci-fi a lot. This guy's like your contemporary, almost army builder. You could paint him blue and you have like some good Cobra Vipers, some Cobra soldiers going on, which would be pretty cool. Okay, let's get an idea of size. So the big guy is about 10.5, about under 10.5, and around 10.5. To get an idea, I get the of their how they compare. This is from the first batch of Infinity releases. He's like the chunky guy, and they do scale nicely with each other, as you'd expect. Acid Rain World, my favourite Marina Sentinel with the Fortnite fade head, I keep saying and using, scales very well again. So they do scale well with other toy lines. They do look fantastic. Okay, this is Awesome Action Toys. I'm signing out saying please like, share, subscribe. Consider joining the Patreon. Link in the video description below, along with discount codes and discount links. And I'll see you next video soon. Stay happy, keep collecting. Bye bye.